Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the MLG Spring Championship Bracket Qualifier number 3. I'm Chris Puckett, joined tonight by my man all the way from the UK. Benson is joining me from Manchester, England. Benson, how's your day treating you?
I'm Chris Puckett, joined tonight by my man all the way from the UK.
Benson. So I'm on that recovery grind, but I'm really looking forward to a jam-packed evening of Call of Duty action. It should be pretty good.
I like it. I'm like glowing here in the sunlight of New York City. It's midnight there in the UK, but we appreciate you staying up late to cast this. We got our final 4 teams in the qualifier. So far, we have whittled it down from about 45 to the last 4. Abstrakt, No Fear, Unite Gaming, and Acid Lab, now known as the new SoaR lineup, will be competing on our live stream tonight. Unite Gaming, let's just say it straight up coming into this one, these are all pro players that finished in the top 8 or near the top 8 last event. They're definitely going to be the heavy favorites, but Abstrakt, they're no slouches. We saw them in qualifier number 2. They got all the way to the semifinals before getting knocked out by termination. And Acid Lab Pro, this is the team that fell just short basically in the finals against termination. They did get 3-0'd there, but they're looking to make a strong comeback in our 3rd qualifier. Benson, I know there's a lot of new names here for you to learn, so I want you to keep an eye, especially in our first match when we have Abstrakt going up against No Fear. I want you to kind of analyze the play style of these guys, because not only is the qualifier a great way for teams to get into the championship bracket, the Anaheim tournament, but it's also a phenomenal opportunity to show off their skill set, so we want to show these guys as much love as possible. So, with all that said, are you ready to kick this one off?
Yeah, I'm ready. It should be good.
Alright, it's going to be best of 5s all the way down to the end. It's a single elimination tournament. We're kicking off semi-final number 1 right now. We got Abstrakt, going up against No Fear, and I got Crans on my screen in 3, 2, 1. We are into the action. Raid Hardpoint is game number 1, and Crans looks like he's going to be an SMG player, but he's got a basic support class here. You see the double trophy systems. He's going to be trying to get in here, get those grenades blocked, and just pick up as much early hill time as he can, and you see him kicking it off with first blood on Diabolic.
He's going to be trying to nice play from him. He's also got the hardpoint contested, picks off the 2nd. That was evidence. Sees the 3rd. Can he get the kill? No, he can't. Does go down, unfortunate play. But I'm loving that double trophy system start. You know, he knows those nades are going to be flying over on that hill. He's throwing them both down, giving his teammates some good support, and as you can see, they're picking up some early time on this hill.
And also, if you'll see on the mini-map, Schooled, I have him highlighted. He was on a 4-kill spree at the start. I wonder if he has score streaks. I'm going to check him real quick. Doesn't look like it. He was EMP'd as well, but let's go back to Crans here as he's going to be battling inside the ring. So far, 20 unanswered seconds. Constantly, you're going to see Abstrakt throwing themselves in that hill, but those yellow arrows unable to break the setup here from our green team, No Fear.
I'm going to look at Vinny the Bad right now. He's got himself a very, very bad spawn, and he's making his way straight through the raid side. How's that? Is that the FAL? It is the FAL.
Yes, so this tournament, the FAL was not banned quite yet, so it's still allowed for the final 3 matches tonight. And I wonder how big a deal that's going to be this season. How many of these players decide to use it? And interesting stuff, seeing a Scorpion used earlier, and Schooled, even with the FAL available, is sticking with his AN90.
And I've just noticed, get on board with Vintage Fusion, 6 kill streak right now. He's on the hardpoint as well, very close to his Hellstorm, very, very close to his Lightning Strike as well. So he's going to change up his playstyle now. He's going to go for a little bit of a defensive mindset, see if he can build upon those streaks, because those streaks, especially on the basketball hardpoint, can be so, so crucial to breaking and just securing and getting yourself into the lead. Because as you can see now, we have a tied game, 28 points to 30. Fusion has done such a good job rotating around. He's going to try and pick up the 200 points here, but he's going to see someone at the far side, needs to pick up this kill. Has him very, very weak and contested. Needs some help from his teammates now as well, because as you can see, he's about to get sandwiched in.
And he just spotted that player who was back behind that cop car, wasn't able to do anything there. And Ron, I just lost my sound in my ears. If you could bring that back in. And there we go. Vintage is going to be making his way through the middle of the map with the FAL once again. Wasn't able to get those score streaks, and really, they are taking their time trying to break this setup. All 4 yellow arrows alive here for Abstrakt. In goes Vintage, and he is going to get the B23R kill. Now the FAL will secure the gym. 1 more kill, and he is going to be 50 points away from getting his score streaks once again.
He needs to try and pick up this kill. He's going to challenge for the FAL, picks it up, and there's all 3 of his score streaks. Goes for the pre-fire into the gym just to make sure. Didn't need it, though. See someone on the blue car. Oh, my days.
He's rolling.
he's on a rampage right now. There's no other words for it. 6th streak, team in the lead as well, which is the most important part. 63 to 45 as his teammates are now going to be rotating to basketball. But this is where, in my opinion, he needs to drop that lightning strike. In transition between hardpoints, you hear so many pro players talking about, you know, when's the best time to use your streaks, and everyone keeps saying the word transition. So when one hardpoint goes exactly like this, probably done it a little bit late from my liking there, but he's going to take down the anchor, which is the most important thing, and now his teammates should be able to control those. All right,
let's jump on board with accuracy. I feel like he is in the key position for breaking this setup. Of course, he's going up top, he's anchoring, giving his teammates those top spawns nearest to the hard point. It's going back to Fusion, though. He's on an 8-kill spree, and you can see those spawns for his teammates are all poolside. Fusion or Vintage is not going to be able to do anything there in the kitchen. This setup is looking very strong for our friends from No Fear. Even game, basically, though. Just 6-second differential, 81 and counting to 74. Let's see how Vintage decides to break this. So far, they're having a lot of trouble.
Yeah, so far it's very, very difficult to break. You see accuracy, he's on that hard point, making his way towards the pool side. Only 8 seconds remaining before the players need to start thinking about the middle hard point. But this is some nice play coming from accuracy. He's managed to shut someone down on the stairs, trying to get inside that hard point, but unfortunately for him, evidence was there. He goes down, though, and we have a very back and forth game. Right now, the score actually tied once again.
All right, so accuracy trying to get right back in that action, runs through the middle, spots a player at pillars. Fusion's going to take care of that with a lightning strike, but somehow Exa, I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name, is inside the hard point. He's cleaned up. Who do you want to watch from this Abstrakt squad? Let's stay on board with the blue team, or No Fear squad, excuse me.
Let's have, well, I mean, Crayons right now, if I'm going to bring up the scoreboard and we can actually give some stats. Crayons, 12 and 14, actually playing very well. 6 defense, 3 caps to his name. Schooled, not having the best of games so far. He needs to try and pick that up, because as you can see, the orange team right now are going to be completely outslaying. And there's a sentry gun right in front of Crayons. He managed to get the drop shot, but couldn't pick up the kill. And that sentry gun, how influential is that going to be? You know, players getting all those sorts of streaks. I'm going to go back on board with, I think it was Vinny the Bad, who I saw in quite a nice little position. He's going to be trying to break towards that next hard point. There's 2 seconds remaining. He sees the sentry gun in front of him, picks up the assist and the destroy of the sentry gun. So that's a nice play coming from Vinny, but now he needs to start thinking about flipping those spawns.
So very interesting loadouts we're seeing here from this No Fear squad. All kinds of trophy systems, no EMPs on those class, so they had to destroy the sentry with their weapons. Took it down pretty easily, though, and I'm on board with Schooled, who has retaken control of the ring. Going for a triple, will be cut short. We're jumping on board with Krantz, who's right behind him. Now here comes the score streaks from the boys on Abstrakt, as Vintage looks like he called in that Hellstorm. No connections really to speak of there. The score, though, 100 to 122. Abstrakt still with the lead, and really, we just saw all 4 members go down for this No Fear squad. It is not looking good with just 4 minutes left.
Abstrakt, with that fragile lead, like you say, they're going to be starting to think about that next hard point, and they're going to be setting up. They have the spawns, but there is going to be one player from Team No Fear who is going to actually pick up that kill, I believe, but he went down almost immediately. It's actually going to be Vinny the Bad. He's going to be trying to hold this spawn for Team No Fear. Is he going to be able to do it? Is going to be the big question. He needs to try and rack up a few kills.
There's someone right behind him. Oh, Evidence is going to take care of business, man. And that was a big loss. Vinny is going to lose those spawns. Now you can see accuracy breaking in here for Abstrakt. He's holding on to the hard point. He's got Fusion there as well. And Evidence is on a 5-kill spree from the money room. Both players now working on streaks, as accuracy was able to get all of his. Now it's Evidence's turn, and he's going to find Ags in the back, but Ag will take him down for No Fear. Let's jump on board with him. Can he hold off this onslaught that's coming in from money room?
Well, he's throwing that nade towards the back of the door. There is going to be someone in money room. 21 seconds left before this hardpoint changes. The smoke grenades are going down. Hardpoint's going to be contested. Nice play from Ag. Picks up the assist. Schooled with the 2-piece, though. Ag just desperately trying to build towards those score streaks, because at this point in the game, those score streaks are going to be so important to try and come back into this game. They're going to know that Team Abstrakt, they're going to have score streaks of their own. So No Fear, they desperately need to try and get just a few, as that hardpoint is now going to change. And unfortunately for Aga, taken down from behind. I don't think he expected that. I think he thought all of the opposition were going to be rotating and staying up in the gym.
Already one sentry gun down. Evidence still has his available. I believe that is accuracy sentry that is sitting back there. There's players challenging, though. Let's jump on board with Krantz. He just went down. So did Ags. We're going to stay on board with Ag through the respawn. And that sentry is already throwing down some bullets his way. Can he get back behind? No, he cannot. Schooled now trying to make his entry. It's all accuracy sentry doing work, and he's there to back it up with an AN-94.
Yeah, some nice play from him. He still has that Hellstorm and the Lightning Strike to use in transition if he chooses to do so. But at this point, it's all about trying to just cement that lead. There's only 2 minutes remaining. They have a lead of around about 60 points. And they know when that hardpoint changes towards basketball, it's going to be all no fear all over. And this is the perfect time now to be using that Lightning Strike. He's going to drop that with around about 5 seconds left on this hardpoint. That should take down pretty much all of them if he's used it correctly. But he hasn't. Actually hasn't taken down a single person. So that's a very, very inefficient score streak wasted there by Team Abstrakt.
Absolutely. So Accuracy struggling there with his Lightning Strike. Still has a Hellstorm to call in. Does he decide to use it? We're about to find out. There comes in a Lightning Strike from his teammate Evidence. He's looking for that player inside the hardpoint. Gets a 360 kill on Kranz. And now this is looking like it's near out of the game. This is almost an unwinnable situation for the boys from No Fear. When does Accuracy decide to use these score streaks? That's the question. And looking at the stats here, 30 and 19 is Accuracy, 33 and 12 is Vintage. These guys just going huge in game one.
They really are, and Accuracy picking up all of his score streaks once again. A 7 streak finally goes down, but is it mathematically impossible? Yes, it is mathematically impossible, so it isn't going to make any difference at all. Team Abstrakt are going to take this first map of the best of 5, and some amazing play coming from Accuracy, trying to put that sentry gun down. Unfortunately, just couldn't do so.
Little cocky sentry right there.
It was. But he knows he's won the game already. He's going to pick up 2 with the Hellstorm, so some nice play coming from him. And now it's just a question of can they reach the 250, or our team No Fear going to prevent them from doing so. He's managed to get the sentry gun down this time. It is going to pick him up a kill as well, and I think they should actually get it all the way down to that 250 point mark.
They only need 16 more seconds. They're trying to close it out in style. Can they do it? Accuracy picking up 2, one of them being his teammate. No big deal though. Sentry guns all over the place. Evidence inside this hard point, and that should do it. 250 to 158. Evidence and the rest of Abstrakt looking good. It was really, though, a show from Vintage as well as Accuracy. Look at these final stats. Vintage, 37 and 14, 6 defense. Accuracy, 36 and 23, 11 defense. On the other side, no one coming anywhere close to positive. A lot of them more than double negative there. We're going to commercial break, Benson. It's going to be the boys from Abstrakt up 1-0 in our best of 5. Coming up next, though, we got Search and Destroy. What's your prediction before the commercial break?
You know, just looking at the slaying power there, I'm going to go ahead and say I reckon Abstrakt should take it, because Search and Destroy, it's all about those one-on-one gunfights. And when it came down to those one-on-one gunfights in the hardpoint, it was Abstrakt that were all on top.
All right, well, Vintage was the lead slayer in game number 1. We'll see if he and Abstrakt can keep it up in game number 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more from the MLG Spring Championship Bracket Qualifier number 3.